It's Christmas Eve, or maybe it's the morning after. The world outside seems to be in perfect sync. Families smiling, lights twinkling, tables full of food. And then, your phone vibrates. You look at the screen and the air seems to leave your lungs. It's him. It might be a short text. Merry Christmas. It might be something more elaborate, evoking an old memory. I remembered our Christmas 3 years ago. I hope you're doing well. Or maybe just an emoji. In that exact second, your brain, which has fought for months to rebuild itself, short circuits. An avalanche of questions floods your mind. Is he thinking of me fondly? Did he finally realize what he lost? Did the Christmas spirit touch his heart and make him change? Your hand is shaking. The urge to respond battles your instinct for self-protection. You feel a mix of hope, guilt, and paralyzing fear. I need you to stop right now. Put the phone down. What is happening in this moment is not a Christmas miracle. It's not a moment of awakening, and it is definitely not love. What you hold in your hands is a chess piece being moved with surgical precision. There is a hidden reason, a cold and calculating psychological mechanism behind that holiday text, something you won't even imagine. While you read, "I miss you," the actual subtext is something much darker. Today, we are going to decode exactly what happens in the mind of a narcissist during the holidays and why his contact is the most dangerous gift you could receive. My name is Lauren Mitchell. My purpose with this channel is to show you that the problem was never you, and more importantly, that you are not alone. If you still blame yourself, still doubt yourself, still try to piece things together, my ebook is for you. It doesn't just explain the cycle of narcissistic abuse. It welcomes you, validates you, and gives you back your voice. There is nothing as complete and yet as careful as this guide. Access my ebook and learn about the benefits for channel members through the link in this video's description. To understand the depth of this attack, yes, consider this message an attack, not a greeting. We need to look at the scenario where it happens. Christmas and New Year's act like a giant magnifying glass on our emotions. Culture sells us the idea of completeness. If you are not surrounded by a perfect, happy, conflict-free family, society subtly tells you there is something wrong with you. For the victim of narcissistic abuse, this time of year is torturous. You probably spent months, maybe years, being isolated, having your self-esteem eroded. Now, alone or trying to get back on your feet, you look around and see the happiness of others. You feel vulnerable. You feel exposed. And the narcissist. He knows this. He is counting on it. The narcissistic person is a master observer of human vulnerability. He knows that at Christmas, your logical defenses are down, and your emotional defenses are wide open. He knows. Nostalgia is a potent drug. He knows you are prone to remembering only the good times, that love-bombing phase where everything felt magical, and forgetting the yelling, the betrayals, the punishing silence, and the devaluation. When he sends that message, he is not reaching out to the real woman who exists today. He is accessing the version of you he trained to serve him. You might think, but he seems so genuine. He said he misses me. Here is the first mindset shift you need to internalize. The narcissist does not operate in the reality of facts. He operates in the reality of perception. The Christmas stage serves to validate his own existence, but for that, he needs an audience. And this is where we enter his mind. Let's dive into the first hidden layer of this behavior. I call this pillar the emotional pantry inventory. Imagine the narcissist has an internal pantry. In this pantry, there is no food, but sources of narcissistic supply. Supply is the attention, the adoration, the emotional reaction, positive or negative, that he extracts from people to regulate his own fragile self-esteem. Throughout the year, he collects new sources, discarding others. But Christmas is a period of high demand. Why? Because at Christmas, the world's attention is scattered. People are focused on their own families, their children, their problems. The narcissist, who needs to be the center of attention all the time, feels a terrible emptiness during this time. New sources of supply may be busy with their original families. Friends might be traveling. The flow of adoration decreases. What does he do? He goes to the pantry and checks what's on the back shelves. You are the canned good on the back shelf, the one he knows is there, stored away, maybe dusty, but still valid. He contacts you on Christmas not because you are special in the romantic sense, but because you are guaranteed. He knows which buttons to push. He knows that a simple, "Hey, long time no talk," or a Merry Christmas will generate a reaction. If you respond sweetly, he gets validation. I still have her in my grip. I am irresistible. If you respond with anger, he gets validation. She's still wounded by me. I am unforgettable. Understand this with brutal clarity. He is managing resources. He is bored, feeling empty, or ignored by his current sources, and he decided to take a tour through his ex-relationships to see who can still serve up a little energy. It is an economic transaction, not an emotional one. He is recycling you to fill his boredom. Now, let's go a level deeper. If the first reason was about filling his emptiness, the second reason is about controlling your state. The narcissist has a pathological need to be the main cause of your reality. The biggest wound for a narcissist is not hatred, it is irrelevance. When the end of the year arrives, he is consumed by a malicious curiosity. How is she doing without me? That Christmas message is a probe. It's a suffering audit. If he sends the message and you respond immediately, showing openness, he confirms that you are still in the waiting room of his life. This calms him down. He feels superior. Look how she can't move on. But there is something even more perverse here. It is validation by contrast. Many times, the narcissist is in a new relationship during Christmas. Maybe he even posts happy family photos on social media. So why does he text you privately? Because his happiness is performative. It is hollow. He needs to compare his victory with your defeat. He needs to know that while he is toasting, even if it's a sham, you are alone, sad, staring at your phone. Knowing that you are doing poorly makes him feel good. It is sadistic, but it is the structure of his personality. What if you are happy? What if you are moving on with your life? That's when the message becomes a weapon of sabotage. If he suspects you are doing well, the message serves to burst the bubble of your peace. He throws an emotional smoke bomb right in the middle of your Christmas dinner. He wants you to stop paying attention to your family, your new partner, or your own joy, to spend mental energy deciphering his message. If he manages to make you spend Christmas night in anguish, thinking about him, he wins. He stole your moment. He drained your energy from a distance. He has become, once again, the protagonist of your night, even without being physically present. We now arrive at rock bottom, the most subtle and dangerous reason, the one that makes you feel like the worst person in the world if you don't respond. The narcissist uses the holiday spirit as a shield and a sword. He knows that social norms dictate that at Christmas we should be good, forgive, let go of grudges. He hijacks this universal morality to violate your personal boundaries. Think with me. If he sent you a message on any random Tuesday in March, it would be easy to ignore or tell him to go to hell. But on Christmas, the pressure is different. He puts you in a position that I call moral checkmate. The game is as follows. Scenario A, you respond. Result? He gets the supply, reopens the door to manipulation, and validates that he still has access to you. He wins. Scenario B, you ignore and don't respond. Result? He uses your silence to play the victim. He will tell himself, and his flying monkeys, look how bitter she is. I tried to be polite. I sent a Merry Christmas. I tried to make peace, and she ignored me. She is a rancorous, crazy person. I'm the nice guy who tried to be civilized. Do you see the trap? He uses the kindness of Christmas to corner you. If you don't respond, you feel guilty. You think, wow, am I a bad person? It's just a Merry Christmas. No, it is not just a Merry Christmas. It is an attempt to bypass no contact using social guilt as a crowbar. He is betting that your good manners and your empathy, things he lacks, will speak louder than your instinct for self-preservation. He wants you to break your own barriers so you don't look rude. He is counting on your need to be a good girl to abuse you once again. Now that you've seen the map, now that you've understood the engineering behind that simple notification on your phone screen, you have the power of choice. You understand that it's not missing you. It's a pantry inventory. You understand that it's not love. It's a suffering audit. You understand that it's not politeness. It's moral manipulation. So, what do you do? The most powerful answer, the only one that breaks this cycle, is absolute indifference. Do not respond. Do not justify. Do not feel anger. And especially, do not feel guilty. Your silence on Christmas is not bitterness. Your silence is an act of sacred self-protection. It is you telling yourself that your peace is worth more than his validation. When you don't respond, you are not being mean. You are being consistent with the reality of who he is. You are refusing to participate in the theater. Let him think you are bitter. Let him tell others you didn't respond. What he thinks or says is no longer your concern. The opinion of an abuser about your manners is worthless. This Christmas, the best gift you can give yourself does not come wrapped in colorful paper. The best gift is his absence. It is looking at the phone, seeing the message, recognizing the trick, blocking him, if you haven't already, and going back to looking at the people who truly love you and are by your side. Take a deep breath. That cycle is over, and you don't have to reopen it just because the calendar says it's December. Protect yourself, maintain no contact, and have a truly happy Christmas, because it will be free. Feel free to leave your story, your vent, or even a suggestion for the next video topic in the comments below. Access the link in the description to find out about my ebook and the benefits for members of this channel. Click on the suggested video on the screen to continue with me, and remember, you are light. Never forget to shine.